Now then, didn't expect that, did you? Friday. I've been working. I do work sometimes, you know. I'm here. I'm in one at Barnes, because we've got 4 barns. I'm in one, wood barn, what I call shed barn. This is what I've been up to today, chopping logs. I've got a log splitter. Well, it's Friday and we've been up at farm since Wednesday. I had a CT scan on Wednesday. Look a bit far away actually, your lot. Anyway, I had a CT scan Wednesday evening, so I decided after, well, we decided after that we'd come up to the farm. I've got things to do. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. I've got a serious question to ask everybody. What's racism? What actually is being racist? I honestly don't understand what racism is. I thought that racism were if you don't like black people or Pakistanis or Muslims or Sikhs. I thought that was racism. But it can't be, because people do say to me, or they don't actually say it to me, that, let's get that quite clear. Nobody ever says to me that racist, because I should say to them, fuck off, racist nutcase. What they're talking about. I've got black mates. That's better. I've got black mates. And there's an half-caste lad who goes past our premises almost every day. I always say, alright kid, how's it going? And he always says, alright Mickey, how's it going? Right, nice bloke. I've got Saeed. I keep mentioning Saeed, but that's because Saeed's a nice kid. He honestly is. And he's a Muslim. I've got Jamaican friends. We've done funerals for Chinese people. And I've got on well with them. So I don't understand why people say, it's racist. We had some premises on Woodhouse Road, our original premises. And, what can I say? Just give me a second. I'm just going to plug this in because it might, the charge thing might run out on it. Hang on a minute. Get that from there. I think the charger thing is running out, the battery's running out. I'm going to move you about a bit and I'm sorry. Right, I'm standing here on a diesel drum. I have diesel. I have lots of diesel. Oh, bollocks. That's better. You can stay there. Right. Yeah, so we had some premises on Woodhouse Road. And we moved out of them, and I left them empty for about 2.5 years. I just didn't know what to do. I didn't want to sell them, and I didn't want to rent them out. Oh, by the way, I'm a funeral director as well as part-time small holding farmer, whatever you want to call me. And I didn't want to let my old premises go. I just thought, no, I like them too much. I just want to keep it. I even contemplated bricking it up and just leaving it. And loads of people ask me in Sheffield, can you rent your premises, Michael, your old premises? And we're always the same answer. No, I'm not really bothered about renting them out, sorry. And one day, a young lass came in and spoke to Cheryl. And she said to Cheryl, I'm just starting up my own business. I've got a couple of kids. I'm not with anyone. Naomi, they called her. Black as my hands. Even blacker, Naomi. And she won't mind me saying that. she were proper black. And Cheryl had spoke to her and says, I don't think he wants to let him out, but I'll ask him. Anyway, I came back in from wherever I were, and Cheryl asked me, she said, this young lass in community wants to rent our old premises out. And I said, well, I know what it is. 700 quid a month I can get for them, but I don't really want to let them out, do I? And Cheryl says, you know, she's struggling and she just needs some premises to sell furniture from. And she says, well, don't just dismiss it. Let her come and have a chat to you. So I did. Naomi came in and we had a chat. And it were obvious that this lass were struggling. But she needed some premises. And I could have got 700 quid a month for them premises. But me and Cheryl had a chat and we decided 100 quid a week, 400 quid a month instead of 7. And we said, you can have it, it's not a problem. All right, you can use it. At a peppercorn rate, which were brilliant. We paid for all servicing up boilers and stuff like that and maintenance on buildings still. That to me is not racist. I didn't look at her and think, she's black, I am not letting her having it. I judge people, a bit like Donald Trump said, on the merits. That's how we should judge each other. If they're nice to us, we'll be nice back. I think what the word racism means is when somebody wants to have a poke at you, like they have done with me yesterday on social media. Anybody what's not been made aware of this, there were a bloke in Sheffield city centre who's basically had it all shut down since Sunday night, Monday until Tuesday. About 36 hours. He brought Sheffield to a standstill. Well, city centre anyway. And the rest of the area, he gridlocked. You know, like that congestion charge thing what they brought in, where it says you can't drive in here unless you pay extra money. Then you're not causing pollution. Well, a bit like that. It sent all traffic from Park Square roundabout out into surrounding areas, causing absolute and utter mayhem. Anyway, they caught this guy. Well, we were in a flat and he threatened to blow it up, and he reckons he'd got hand grenades and guns, and they had to shut Main Parkway down in Sheffield. It were an absolute nightmare for everybody. So they caught him. Local bloke, I think. I know he's wanted in Birmingham for some sort of crimes. I don't know, I forgot his name. Saeed McMullah, let's call him. Anyway, everybody were putting on. Oh, again, one of them. Again, one of them. That could be a bit racist, I think. One of them. What is one of them? That to me is a racist comment. Unless they mean a duck or something. Anyway, I put some on. Oh my God, they went fucking mad. There were about 140 people actually agreed with me and liked it. And all I put on, because there were a picture of him, this gentleman, let's call him. All I put on is that Sheffield City Council, I put Labour candidate. And everybody were like, you know, pressing like. But then last night, this idiot from Rotherham put on that I were racist, a racist comment. And I shouldn't be putting stuff like that. And I answered him back and I put, why is that racist? And then somebody else, a woman, joined in, this fucking lunatic. There's always trolls, isn't there? Saying, oh, he's racist, he's off again. Well, in actual fact, I honestly believe that the devastation, the fucking chaos that that man caused, even Sheffield City Council struggled to cause that much chaos. So he could actually be a Labour candidate. He could stand for election. And then what we're saying that I were being racist, well, they're saying that he wasn't a good enough person to be a candidate for a political party. Because if that's the case, I think that's a bit racist. You know what I mean? That, to me, that seems like racism. This guy could have been a Labour councillor. He could have been a Conservative candidate. It could be whatever he wants to be. He just chooses not to, and he chooses to cause mayhem. That's his business, not mine. But because I had put that, the snowflakes were straight on it. Oh yes, he's racist. And that's the trouble with people today. They like to target people. Now this woman what put on that I was racist and she wouldn't come to me to do a funeral. Just obviously put loads of laughing faces after she put that. But I did put a message on, well, a thing underneath reply to her saying, you know, I won't look after you anyway. It's not whether you'd come to me, it's if we'd look after you. And the answer would be no. Because I don't look after scum and vermin and people who lay on the back all day spreading their legs knocking kids out for money. Boom, angry faces all started again. But hang on, rewind back. She were having a poke at me. Those of you like, start poking the bear. Make sure the fucking cage door's locked. That's what you need to do. Because if it isn't, then expect retaliation. Expect something to be said back. But because I'd said something back, then some bloke put on it's not professional commenting like this. Perhaps it isn't professional, but I weren't an undertaker when I was putting that on. I were just myself. I didn't put it on a funeral page. I didn't put it on as a funeral director. My thoughts, my comments. But anyway, he asked them to take my entire post off and sadly it went. They removed it. All I'd put is that Labour candidate. Can't see what's wrong with that. It would have known what racism meant. They brought the racism in by trying to say, oh, he's being racist. No, he weren't being fucking racist. I was merely making the point that Sheffield City Council caused absolute mayhem and carnage with these daft cycle lanes, bus lanes, congestion thing, clean air, roundabouts, what they build. But he topped them. He did even more chaos. Take me off to him. I think Sheffield City Council will be actually watching that and thinking, that's a good way to cause mayhem. You never know, they might have learned something from him. So if anybody says I'm racist, I want you to actually say on these comments, what's racism? Because I don't see what it actually is. I think it's just a horrible word that people sling about too much. To me, racism is being like Adolf Hitler, as they were with Jews in Nazi Germany. Vile, horrible, disgusting, despicable people like that. That's, to me, racist. Trying to annihilate or whatever a race. Having an opinion ain't racist. They have their opinion. A vegan, actually, I'd looked at a page. This vegan put on that our vile. This is a fucking vegan. Do you know? Vegan calling me vile, you know what I mean? People who don't like the countryside calling me vile. People who don't believe that we should have chickens and sheep and cows and other farmyard animals calling me vermin. People who probably never even go in countryside, who thinks that a lettuce is grown in a supermarket, probably no idea about where food comes from, calling me vermin. Racist. So if that vegan's watching, let me tell you something first of all. We eat meat and it'll never stop. I know people are pandering to you at the minute because it's in thing, innit, you know what I mean? I'm vegan. Oh, I'm vegetarian. I can tell by the fucking look of you. They always look poorly. But we are animals in countryside. We are sheep and cows and goats. We are livestock. There wouldn't be a countryside as we know it, because it would be up here in grass. Just go fucking barren. What could we do? We could plant trees, I suppose. Crazy. Absolutely mental. You're already planting millions and millions of trees to start with. Mad. And that biocentre, this is the thing, Drax Power Station, they says, oh, we're going to make it all zero neutral, whatever they call it. Can't burn coal no more. So we laid every miner off in England, because we've got millions and millions and billions of tons of coal underneath us feet. But we stopped it. Pampering to them again. All right, we'll stop using coal. Okay. So they stopped using coal in Drax Power Station. We'll make it zero emissions. So what did they do? They started burning wood. Wood. This type of stuff. To heat the power station. Brilliant. Great idea. Then they realised we ain't got enough fucking wood to keep this going. I know what we'll do. We'll bring it in from South Africa. We'll buy wood from China. We'll buy wood from everywhere around country, around world. And that's what they're doing. And there's huge amounts of wood brought in to England every day to pile up for Drax Power Station. So I've got a chainsaw somewhere, knocking about, I don't know where it is, but you cut a tree down with a chainsaw. And usually the petrol, or, you know what I mean? So, emissions. It's then got to be got out of forest and then chopped up again. More petrol. It's then got to be put onto a lorry that does about 6, maybe 5 or 6 miles a gallon, and took to docks. It's then got to be loaded onto a ship that probably does less than 2 miles a gallon, a lot less, in diesel. Sells it round the world and gets to England, and then we say, oh, it's zero, what do you call it, emissions, what we're burning. It might be zero emissions when it comes out of fucking chimney, but believe me, from it getting to where it were growing, in Nobday, to being chopped down, to be put onto a ship, to be brought to England, that has cost probably 10 times more fucking pollution into atmosphere than what it would have been just chucking some coal in. If it would have been chucking coal in, we'd have had pits open. Unbelievable, isn't it, this country? It really is. Now they'll be saying, oh, we don't like planet. Let me tell you something about the planet, shall we? Started off with Ice Age, let's say. Probably before Ice Age it was red hot. I don't know. I ain't got a clue. Anyway, we're all full of water. It froze, didn't it? And then after it froze, it started to thaw out. And it's been thawing out for millions of years. And obviously it's getting quicker because, yeah, we like electricity and we like modern things. But it's getting hotter, I agree. There's nothing we can do about that. It's going to get hotter even if we stop. If we did nothing at all, we didn't drive cars, we didn't use electricity, we went back to being like cavemen, let's say. Mind you, some of them can't because they'd be eating meat. There were no vegetarians then, were they? There were none of these saying, oh, I'm lactose intolerant. They weren't lactose intolerant fucking cavemen. I don't think they were anyway. Well, they wouldn't have lasted long, put it that way. But these idiots want us to go back to being like that. Don't leave a footprint on the planet. Too late. That's too late, mate. We all leave footprints. All we all have to do is a little bit. Cheryl's a nightmare, my wife. She puts glass into one box. She puts plastic into another box. She puts cardboard into another box. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, I've got to take all this out. All these fucking boxes. Every fortnight. Anyway, we take them all out. This isn't in Sheffield, this is up in North Yorkshire. A lorry comes. What's it do? Puts it all into this wagon, into like bays. Takes it away. And then Cheryl's thinking, done me bit for planet? Done fuck all for planet. Because you know what happens to most of that, don't you? It gets sent to China, and what do? With it? They either chuck it in sea, or just put it on ground, fill big oils in. It's transported around the world to get rid of it. What's the point? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I think they should start with packaging. That's what they should start with. Never mind. Let's stop using this plastic. Start with packaging. Don't make sense to me. Don't make sense, all this packaging. That's where all bin gets full of. Because me and Cheryl, we use quite a lot. Stuff like packaging and that. And I think to myself sometimes, that's the fucking problem. Everything's wrapped up. Everything's triple wrapped in bags and plastic and all that. Do you know something? I used to use a coffin manufacturers, and when they delivered coffins, they actually came with cling film, wrapped, a coffin, wrapped in cling film, wrapped and wrapped and wrapped, stop it from getting scratched. And one day my grandson was with me one Saturday morning, and we had a coffin delivery, I think about 40 coffins being delivered on Friday. And he came downstairs and he went, why are all them wrapped in cling film, Grandad? I says, it's hard to deliver them, kid. And he went, that's ridiculous. They're going to get burnt anyway. And they've wasted all that plastic, and you've got to get rid of it. And it's bad for the environment, for fish. And I thought, you know what, he's got a point. I can never moan about this, so I rang coffin manufacturers up. It weren't Lee Jeffries at Steve Salts, it weren't them. It was somebody else. I remember saying to this guy, next time you deliver me coffins, I don't want no cling film round them. Oh, Michael, we always put cling film round so they don't get scratched. So my grandson says they're going to get burnt anyway, and you shouldn't be throwing them about and scratching them. They should be delivered properly. Don't be sending me no more coffins wrapped in cling film. So we didn't. We didn't have none. But just, what a waste that is. Little things like that matter. Anyway, I'm going. I've got loads to do. Look, I'm a bit black, and I ain't even had a go this yet. Oh. I got a new one. I went to Prince of Vipes on Prince of Wales Road the other day because my other one had knackered up. So I went and got another one. I've been up since 5 o'clock. About 4:30, 5. And I'm knackered. I don't know what time it is now. It's about 3 o'clock-ish. Anyway, I'll put this on. So you've had something today, Friday. And then I'll think about putting in something else on. Before I go, I'll show you something. Don't tell anybody. It's a surprise. It's a secret. Diesel. Look here. This is all beautiful. Amber nectar. Diesel. How good is that? That's alright, isn't it? So, it's for my tractor. I use red diesel and I have white diesel.